Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. Yes, so today I want to speak about fear, you guys. Fear, because that emotion, fear, is the root of all failure. Listen, fear is false evidence appearing real. If you want to write that down, fear, false evidence appearing real. What does this mean? That means that we as humans, really, especially when it comes to success, we put things in our own head. We believe things that are ultimately not true, which is going back to the inner enemy, self-sabotaging. That's what fear does. It allows you to self-sabotage yourself. You get in your own head. You become an overthinker. You start to think about all these things that either you don't have in order to pursue whatever it is you want, or all these things that won't work out. Again, things that you have made up, because I'm pretty sure, or either you are a people pleaser and you care so much about what other people think. So you have went to someone, and told them exactly what you wanted to do, and then they told you couldn't do it. Right? So again, what that does is false evidence, because where is the facts to back this up? Who said this? Who said that I couldn't do this? Who said that this couldn't happen? You told yourself that. Again, self-sabotaging, that inner enemy. That's what happens. And I want to reference what God says. Again, going back to being fearfully and wonderfully made. Going back to that word fearfully. God, for sure, didn't say, he didn't put fear in us. He didn't say that we can't do something. We put limitations on ourselves. And a lot of times we don't realize that, but you go through life just telling yourself, I can't do it. And then when you have these thoughts in your mind, that leads to the doubt and, the lack of motivation, the procrastination, all these negative emotions. It's like a domino effect. And it all comes from fear. And so ultimately, when all those emotions come together, what happens is you don't end up pursuing the thing that you want to do. Fear of rejection, even when it becomes to people or an opportunity, feeling like, oh, they might not accept. It doesn't matter. That's why you have to have faith, because faith overpowers that emotion of fear. And fear is, of course, you're scared of the fear of the unknown, but having that faith, will allow you to be like, okay, yeah, again, the faith is the evidence of things hoped for and the substance of things yet not seen. So, or no, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things yet not seen. My bad, y'all had to get that right. But yeah, so when you have faith, that is what helps you to overcome your fear and step out. It doesn't have to be a gigantic step. The only way that you can get over your fear is to making that step, just to do it. That's it. There's no other way. But if you don't take that leap of faith, if you don't jump out there and do what it is, or take a step, whatever works for you, jumping, taking steps, leaping, whatever. If you don't do any of those things, you're gonna have failure. There's just no other way around it. That is gonna be your end result. It's failure. That's why fear is the root of all failure, because it hinders us and leaves us stuck in our own comfort, and nothing great happens when you're comfortable. No great change comes when you're comfortable. You have to get uncomfortable, in order to do the things that you aspire to do in life. And fear is again, it hinders. It's something that we tell ourselves that we cannot do, or we allow other people's objectives of us or of the thing that we're trying to do get in the way, y'all. Like, so I challenge anybody, because we all face fear when it comes to different things. Fear of moving to a different place, you know, fear of approaching someone who you might like, just the fear of overall change. A lot of people don't like change. They want to be stuck in their own comfort zone and being content with who they are. And to be honest, who you are isn't getting you anywhere. Who you are, I'm sure, for the most part, is leaving you to live a mediocre life. I mean, if that's what you want, then that's what you're going to get. But don't look for nobody to hand you anything, because you're too scared to do what it is God put in you to do, for you to be great too. And that's where, you know, people might look at other people and be envious, you know, because they see them stepping out on faith, you know, getting over their fear and doing all these things. So you become envious, because you like, you know, oh, you know, whatever it is you might feel about a person whenever you become envy, whatever it is you hating on, for real. Why? You should really be hating on yourself. Because the same way they're doing it, you can do it too. And it's all about, y'all, getting out of your comfort zone. Just making yourself, even if you got to talk to yourself for a minute, I encourage y'all today, you know, to whatever it is that you fear, whatever it is that you're afraid of doing, just make that first step, y'all. Because I'm telling you, when you start making these baby steps, you know, eventually it'll get easier. You know, that fear will start to dissipate, it disappear. Before you know it, you're just doing it. There's no fear nowhere in your mind, because you notice that, okay, just by you doing the things that you want to do, taking those necessary steps, you will see that things are starting to, you know, work together, and it's starting to get easier. And that's what it's all about. You know, just making sure that you show up as your best self in life, whatever that may be. Y'all, even for me, like, I've been doing that now recently myself. Like, I've just been challenging myself to do certain things that I used to be afraid of doing. And that leads to great things happening. It leads to you just feeling overall better about yourself. So again, I challenge, whatever it is that you may be fearing, take that first step. No matter how small or how big, take that first step. And again, you take one step, you take two steps, God takes another step. Y'all, I like to reference life as putting a puzzle together, right? Because when you put a puzzle together, and let's say, for instance, I wanna use like one of those big puzzles with all them tiny pieces, because, you know, those are the ones that's harder to put together. But it's like putting a puzzle together. You take one piece at a time, right, to put it together, and overall it's going to reveal a big picture. But before you get to that big picture, you got to figure out, how am I going, you know, what pieces go where. So, you know, and then you might get a piece, it might look like it go right here, put it, no, it doesn't fit. What do you have to do? You have to try another piece until you find the one that fits. That's how life is, y'all. Like, take them small steps. Figure out what works. You might do something, it might not work. Instead of giving up, try something else. Because ultimately, when you keep trying something else, eventually you're going to find the thing that works, y'all. And it's all going to come together. And then before you know it, you have reached that goal, baby. And you like, dang, that's all I had to do. Yeah, just keep going. Just keep trying. And eventually you will get there. But again, you got to let go of that fear. As hard and scary as it might seem, y'all, you have to let go of that fear and get you some faith. Get you some faith and turn that whole thing around. Transform your mind, because it all starts here. It all starts here. And if you don't change this, you won't be able to change anything. So again, y'all, happy Tuesday. I hope y'all that gave y'all some motivation to, you know, overcome that fear and just get inspired to better your life and yourself. So again, I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.